What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday night. I hadn't done a Monday night stream, and I don't know if ever. But we got a special one for you guys. It's been a while since I've done a live, so I'm maybe a little rusty and doing some new software stuff. So we're gonna go through it. But before we get too deep into it, bring in my buddy, brother from another mother, who kind of helps fill in my gaps for lack of knowledge and lack of talking sometimes. But let's go ahead and bring in our buddy Tyler with Tripping Over Toys. What's going on, Tyler?
Not much, man. What you're saying is that I'm full of hot air. I think is what I heard. Yeah, which is not
Well,
wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, I didn't want to be that mean about it, but if you want to say those, your words, not mine.
I'll be honest. I'm confident that I can talk to pretty much anything. Yeah,
Even drywall.
yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, it's I'm what makes it dry. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a special guest in the background. Let's go ahead and I want to quickly introduce the man that has conquered the stage and the page, a platinum-selling drummer and comic book cover artist, among other things. Let's please welcome our buddy Sketch Ellis. What's going on, Sketch? Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, sure.
Now, I
sure.
also heard that the Monday night stream was because of me. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Luckily, I was off. Tyler wasn't busy, so I mean, there's not a lot of Monday night streams going on anyway, so we're good. So appreciate you taking the time, and I know it's
Absolutely.
you maybe in like an hour later than me, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it's 9 here.
Yeah. So I appreciate you staying up late for us.
Absolutely. I'll be up all night. So.
Oh yeah, got you.
What's sleep? Who needs that?
Got you. All right, now I just want to give a shout out to some of our guys that showed up for the chat for us. We got Jaywalk and Josh, one of our day one supporters. Welcome. And then we got Sean with the Real Life Perspective Show. Hey, Tyler. Hello, Matt.
Yo.
He's has own stuff. Check him out on his YouTube and Instagrams. He's definitely something. Yes, he is. Welcome, Sketch. So got those. But yeah, Sketch. We was talking at Brickonomicon. That was several months ago now that we've talked about you coming on. So I appreciate you finally being able to mesh up and get on. I appreciate it.
No, absolutely. Yeah, my schedule just got like crazy.
That's a good thing.
That is a very good thing. Yes, it's a very good thing. So it was just finding the timing.
So I'm gonna show my stupidity that I didn't really look into you much beyond meeting you at the shows and talking to you as far as a comic book artist. And now I was digging a little deep into your not only website and just researching, like, you're a big deal, man. you're like a rock band drummer, musician. I mean,
yeah.
I was like, wow, that's Sketch. I never would have. I mean, your old pictures make sense now, but
yeah. So it's funny because I think it's just a US thing, because when I go overseas, the people have connected the two careers, but for some reason here, like, I have my music fan base, I have my art fan base, and for some reason they haven't like put two and two together. Most people haven't. Right. So it's kind of funny, like when I do these interviews and they're like, "Oh my God, I just researched you. Who is this guy?" But then when I did a show, I did 2 shows this past year, 2025 in Peru, in Lima, Peru. Wow. And both times I went to Lima, Peru, I went with Power Rangers, and the Power Rangers are like, "Who the hell are you? What is happening here?"
Really?
So because over there they've actually connected the two, so I have like a massive fan base there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Versus here, so it's pretty cool.
Awesome. And I mean, you just happened to mention that, and I got these from you. These were you displayed these Lima, Peru exclusive only cards.
Yes.
On here, and I hit you up and you saved me a batch of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love them. So
those are sick. Yeah.
Trying to show them off real quick. You made 5 of them, 5 different ones.
Yeah, so that's the Rangers that I just went with this last time.
Yeah. Got one more here. And then we got there we go. Hey, Chris doesn't matter. No. He knows that. We love Chris. Chris is a buddy.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, just kind of diving in. I mean, what was Sketch early days that kind of led down the path you're on? I guess. I mean, what was your origin story? I guess.
It's weird. Like, we all go off on paths, right? You always have a goal in life. and I've always chased my goals. I've always chased after those goals. So that's one thing I'll give myself credit for. But at some point, you kind of like the goals just morph into something different, if that makes sense. So like,
Right.
here's my career path vision, and I'm like way over here. So it's kind of weird how it all happens, but it still all happens. So going back, like I've been playing music my whole life, and I've also been drawing my whole life. My two life goals was I was either going to be a rock star or I was going to be a comic artist, and specifically for Marvel, which I have not hit that yet. But those are my like two life goals that I was chasing after. And when I think I was in ninth or eighth grade, I started playing in a band, like a corporate band. So all the guys were like, graduated college, like they were older guys, like making a living, paying mortgages, all of that. And I got hooked up with them playing drums. And I learned a lot from them, but I kind of skipped a lot of my childhood because of that. And all my time got taken up, so I shifted it all to music. And I did that for like 4 or 5 years, just playing like the circuit in Georgia and Tennessee, Alabama and Florida. And then I'll go to school during the weeks. But I really wanted to like tour and play, in bigger bands. And that band was just a corporate band. They all had mortgages. They were all kind of stationary, cool with where they were.
Right.
They didn't necessarily want to tour all that much. So
Oh, let me. For someone who's not in the industry like me and has no clue what you're talking about, what do you mean by corporate band?
corporate band is so you have like, how do I explain this? So it's like a cover band, right? That you would see at a bar or something like that. But a corporate band is like out there playing weddings and for like corporations. So you'll play like a show for
Okay.
AT&T and
Wedding
things like
singer,
that.
bro. Yeah.
So yeah, but it's like so you got like your cover bands, you got your corporate bands, and then you got your like actual original bands signed to labels. So the corporate's
Okay.
like the middle of the road, like that's where you're really making money. Like in high school, I was making more money than my mom and dad.
Oh wow.
My mom's a teacher, and my dad was like I don't know what his actual title is, but he's a supervisor of a company. And I was just killing it, but I didn't know. I was naive and dumb. I didn't know what the value of a dollar was back then. I was just playing in a band where people were actually paying their mortgages, and I never thought about that until later on in life.
Right.
But I graduated high school in 2006, June 2006, and at that point I was like, dude, how am I gonna get from like this corporate band? How am I gonna get into the labels? So I set an alarm on my phone. Every single hour it would go off, and this was back in the MySpace days.
Mhm.
So MySpace was just coming out, and it was easy to track people down. And I guess generations before us never had the luxury of that, being able to just easily access people. So I figured out what an A&R agent was, and an A&R agent is who actually gets you a record deal.
Yep.
That's your like in between guy. So I found a bunch of A&R guys, and they're all listed in the credits. Back on the CDs you would go and buy in Walmart or Target or wherever, and I just got a list of like my favorite A&R guys. And every single hour I would wake up and I would send the same generic message. And if anybody's watching and wanting to get into music, don't do it that way, because that's a terrible way of doing it. I got lucky, but people don't like that. And I just didn't know back then. So I would just send the same one, like, hey, how do I get in? What do I do? Because I didn't know anything.
Right.
And that was June 2006. I did that every single day, every hour of the day. So they were getting 20 emails a day from me.
Oh wow.
And in October, it was October 29th. I had a label reach out and say, hey, there's a band in California and their drummer just backed out of a tour, and their tour starts next week. Can you jump in? Would you like to be part of that band? And they're looking for an actual like band member, which is exactly what I wanted. And I was like, hell yeah. And they're like, how fast can you get to California? And I was like, I'm on my way. So I
How
come
old
to
was you at
find
that point?
out the hookup, that A&R or that label sent the A&R out to scout me.
Oh wow.
So funny, and this is why I say don't do this. This is how I got really lucky. They thought, wow, this guy's persistent. Let's go check him out. So they sent him out to my hometown, and my corporate band always played our hometown 4th of July show. But as you know, in a small town in Tennessee or wherever, all in our area here, everybody comes out for the 4th of July.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, that's all we have, right? So everybody came out, and I'm like a showman. Everybody else would just kind of stand on stage and play, but I was always a showman, so I would always, like, all eyes would be on me in that regard, you know, because everybody's like, wow, that guy's cool, that guy's flashy or whatever. But I was trying to get to the next level. So this A&R guy somehow came out to this 4th of July event, thought all 2,500 people that were there to watch the fireworks, he thought they were all there to see me. And
I mean,
he
they
was just
were.
blown away. Well, he was blown. I mean, they were there to see my band, but they were all. It was just like the whole town comes out for the 4th of
Right.
July, you know.
Yep.
And
They were just there.
but he was impressed by that, so he went back to the label, and they sit on me until October, and they found me a spot with this band. I went out. I joined this band. The next week we were on tour, and the rest is pretty much history. I did that.
What age were you at that point?
Say what?
What age were you at that point?
18.
18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
I turned
that's awesome.
My birthday is July 14th, so I turned 18. I graduated when I was 17, and my birthday's in July, so I just turned 18 a few months prior.
What a cool story.
So,
like, were you a band kid in like middle school, high school, stuff
I
like
did.
that?
I joined band in middle school. And I want to say I played 1 year marching in high school, but then I was like, you know, playing like actual gigs with this other band, which is
you're
what
like,
I
screw
wanted
this,
to do.
man. I'm going
Yep.
for big times.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yeah,
But
like
yeah, I
growing
did.
up in the Nashville area, like you know, we have a lot of friends and stuff like that who are close to it. And my cousin is the monitor tech for George Thorogood, travels all over the world with him, and he's a younger dude, right? Like he's
here's a small world. I played a show with George Thorogood in 2007. I want to say it was somewhere in Nevada. But yeah, it's a small world. Full circle.
Yeah, cool dude, man. He's taking very good care of my cousin. My cousin's been with him for a very long time, but
that's cool.
You know, it's like you throw a stone, you hit somebody in the music business, you know, around here in Nashville. And we've, you know, it's growing up here, you know, central middle Tennessee. It's always cool to hear people's stories because, you know, there are those who I truly feel like worked and earned it and really put the hustle in.
Yes.
And you know, when they get recognized, I think that's really awesome. And cool, man, because it's like I didn't know you had such an extensive music career. Matt had mentioned that, and so I thought that
I just found it out. I was like, wow, how did I not know this about him?
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. So
go ahead.
That just leads me to a question, right? Like, where is then the arc between music and artistry?
So I played music all the way up until 2020, and at some point, you know, like we were talking about
I'm going to stop you right there. I want you to name drop some of the people you've toured with.
I mean, I've been on stage with Kid Rock. I've been on stage with Buck Cherry. A band called Army of Anyone. They were like really big in 2006, 2007. We toured with them. I've been on stage with Alice Cooper. Oh, dude, so many bands. Molly Hatchet was my first active band going out with. Oh, so many. I don't know. They're probably listed on my website.
Genre of music that you know that you're in. So it's like, you know.
So my genres are all over the place. I listen to everything. And when I was growing up, it was like a country southern rock band. And then when I got signed, it was like a arena rock band. Like Buck Cherry was just now really becoming on the scene, and they were kind of merging rock with like kind of bringing back some of like the 80s awesomeness that had happened. So my band kind of fell into that category. But then I've done growing up in, you know, here, I've done a lot of like southern rock bands and worked with a lot of bands.
Leonard Skinner and Freebird.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was like, everybody. That was like the ending show. Every show you played because everybody would request it. That's where your big tips came in.
Yeah.
Everybody's like Freebird. And we're like, all right, let's go. 15
Better hit
minutes.
the solo, bro. Or you're
Yeah.
out of here.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So yeah. But yeah, so it connected. Somehow my career took a shift, maybe around 2000, 16,
Tony.
17, 15, and I started producing bands more and
Nice.
mixing bands.
Yep.
And I worked with some bigger bands there, like Godsmack and Bring Me the Horizon and bands like that. So I got some platinum records with those guys. So my career kind of shifted there, and labels at the time were wanting a console. So a console is like what you see behind me right here. This is a console. So I didn't own one at the time, and labels are like, hey, you go rent one. So I would go to a studio and I would rent, and the studio here in Atlanta is called Tree Sound, but they rent out 24 hours a day. So I would get like an 8-hour block during the day. I would go in and mix, and then that night they would bring in like a rapper or somebody like that, but they didn't really know what they were doing. They would just hook their laptop up and press a bunch of buttons for like Instagram videos. To look cool on Instagram, but then the next day I would have to go back and recall and figure out what the hell that they had pressed in my mix, and that just I got burnt out. So 2019 happened, and I sold everything. I sold my entire what studio I had, and I was just like, I'm retiring, I'm done. I'm just gonna take a year off, maybe start drawing again. And I kind of got excited about maybe the prospect of just drawing for fun. And I sold everything, and then a couple of my bands went platinum, and then my phone just started ringing like crazy. And we're pushing the end of 2019 at this point, and I said, you know what, maybe I should just buy a console. So I bought my entire studio back, signed the papers, bought this console. This is all this stuff is like the price of a mortgage, or more than a mortgage.
Sure, dude. Yeah.
So I went all in, and then 2 weeks later, COVID happened.
Oh wow.
And the world shut down. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because all my bands now, nobody's going to play UK festivals. Nobody's going on tour. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing that. So there's no work for me because they're not working. And at that point, I was like pretty much just mixing and producing. So I started drawing again. And the first picture I drew was a Vampirella that got picked up by Dynamite. And we put it on a cover. And then I did a Red Sonja and a Deja Thoris. And then in 2022, I moved to Power Rangers. Or maybe it was 2023. I think it was 2023. I moved to Power Rangers. I did a 11 by 7. My first big like Comic Con was GalaxyCon Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
And Jason David Frank was going to be there. And I got all excited. I was like, oh my God, this is cool. Or no, maybe this was still 2022. Because he passed away in 2022. So it might have been December 2022 is when that show was. And the comic came out in 2023. But it was a print, and I reached out to him. I knew no Power Rangers, nobody in that circle at all. And I reached out to JDF and said, hey, would you sign one of these for me? Because I was just excited. It was just like a legacy kind of tribute to him. And he was excited about it. And he was like, dude, let's sign them together at my table. And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Wow.
Right.
And then he passed away 2 weeks prior to that show.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, oh no, dude, like what am I going to do? And then Boom had reached out and they said, hey, we like that. Can we share that and make it a 30th anniversary cover as a tribute to him? And I was like, yeah, dude, that's awesome. So that was my first Power Ranger release.
So I've got that. I've got that.
Yeah.
I was trying to find an image real quick here.
I would dig through my long
There you
box over here beside me, but
I think that's it right there.
that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah,
my
there.
first piece into Power Rangers. And then since then, I started doing like exclusives. I did an exclusive for Jessica Rae, exclusive for Jack Guzman. And I'm doing a few more exclusives for Rangers right now.
I think I got those ready to show. 1 second here. Let's see. That's a little better. Trying to show this for you here. Let's see. We got that. We got Jack. Hopefully it's shown here. I'm kind of blocking myself out. There we go. Jessica's Ranger Stop exclusive, which was my first one.
Yeah, you may have to drag it over onto the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Only
not showing.
files.
Oh, okay. I know why. Told you it's been a minute since I've done this, man. That's why. There we go.
There it is.
And that's the one I just picked up from you. That was your Halloween
Yeah,
special.
so that just came out. That came out in October. That was a Lima, Peru exclusive.
But you can't get them on your website.
You can't get them on my website, yes.
In case anybody's looking.
Yeah, well, we had a fiasco. So that comic was actually supposed to be out because the Peru show was in September, and that didn't come out until October because the dates got pushed because Penguin bought out Boom, and everything was getting merged, and it was just a nightmare. So that one actually ended up getting pushed. So I went to Peru with no exclusive when they were expecting exclusive, which is why I made the cards.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's how that came into play.
I was wondering about. I mean, they're nice cards. Did they sell pretty well?
Yes. Yeah, they sold fantastically well there.
I know. I was like, you saved me some. I was like, oh, I figured you'd have sold them out, but I'm glad you did. So what? I guess just going back to origins. I mean, have you always had just a natural talent for art, or did you take classes, or?
No, I guess I've had a natural like raw talent. I don't think I was ever that great at it, to be honest with you, but I think maybe being in the music career and playing with or like being on labels, working with record labels and stuff, you learn attention to detail. You learn how to like make images pro and like how you just learn like how to be a pro, if that makes sense. And that applies to music, but then when I started art, I'm like, wow, a lot of this stuff applies here as well. And I don't know, maybe it also could just be that I took my time and like I see now the vision that I want it to be. And maybe when I was a kid drawing, I just got frustrated with it and would just draw a little bit and move on. It was never what I wanted, it never turned out the way I wanted it to. So now I can just kind of mess with it and get it to turn out the way I want it to. Maybe I'm just more patient. I don't really know. But no, I've never taken classes. It's just been raw talent that I've just kind of, I don't know,
Developed
over the years, just developed. Yeah.
And I guess this would be for any artist or anything, and we can ask Sam this as well one day, Tyler. Is there just a visual you get in your head of what you want to see, or is it just kind of how does your process start for something like a cover?
So that's how it starts for me now. I don't it's hard to think like back to when I was a kid, when I was drawing, like, I mean, honestly, I'd probably look at a comic and just try to copy that image back in the day. And maybe that's the reason you would get frustrated, because I'm not Jim Lee, or I'm not Todd McFarlane. So
you're trying to copy their style.
Yeah. So nowadays, though, I just see like when Boom reaches out for a cover or whatever, like right now I'm doing a cover for Ninja Turtles for a MegaCon in March. So I just finished that. Yeah. But when they reached out, they're like, hey, we want 4 concepts. So I just thought in my head, okay, well, what's like 4 really good like Turtles books because everybody draws the 4 turtles,
right,
which you kind of have to do. That's what I want to do too. But I now have to present 4 different cover ideas that are going to be solid pieces, and then they're just going to choose from one. So that was kind of a wrap my head around process of where I had to just see, like, I went and I looked up like all the comics that have been released in the series, because I want to beat whatever it is that's been released. I want to be at least at the top of my game, and go ahead.
And is it hard not to pick out things from other artists and not use it?
Yes. That's the reason I looked at everything. And I do that with Power Rangers too. I try to look at like all the comic covers and do something different, but do something that people maybe would want
familiar,
to, put up on their wall, and that's also familiar. Yeah, you don't want to like stray too far away. Like I just want to do something iconic, but like say with the 4 turtles, everybody's done the 4 turtles.
Right.
So it's like you can only do the turtles so many ways. So it's just kind of like how can I do it differently? How can I bring my style to this and still make it interesting enough that people want to buy it?
Just don't make them look like the Michael Bay turtles, and you're good.
Yes, yes.
No, that's what you do. That's what you do. Is how you make it different.
For the love
Oh,
of
he-
God, don't make it look like them.
I've already got an idea. Mirror. Oh, Michael Bay and your in original. Mirror it.
Mirror
Like,
it.
what? There
Well,
you go.
so here's
There's your
another
other
hard,
concept.
here's another really hard thing in comics. You're working with the licensors.
Mhm.
So, like with Power Rangers, you have Boom that's got to approve it, and then you also have to have Hasbro approve it, and Hasbro
Mm.
owns the license. And Hasbro can be a nightmare. So if Hasbro's watching this, you probably know who you are. You are a freaking nightmare.
Oh, they hate Power Rangers, so it's okay.
Right. I mean, they really do. Like, it's crazy. But the thing is, so like I might have this cool concept in my head, and they're like, "Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that." So that kind of leaves me with like, shit, that sucks.
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
you know?
You
How
don't
can
want the
I now
ninja kid
take
treatment.
what you're giving me to work with and make that work into this
Yeah.
concept? So your hands are kind of tied, and that does suck. And that sucked with the turtles that I'm doing right now. They sent me, I want to say it was 26 pages of guidelines of how to draw a Ninja Turtle.
Dang,
geez.
are you for
And
real?
I was like, what? Like right now, one of the turtles has like a silver, like metal shell. I guess he lost his shell in a battle. I don't know. Just stuff that I didn't know. And they're like, you can't. We asked them, they said we can do the 4 turtles on the cover. And I was like, okay, well, what about like Shredder? No, you can't put Shredder on the cover with him. So you can't do a battle scene. Bebop
Did you do
Rocksteady,
his
no bad
shadow?
guys. Can't do any battle scenes. And I was like, okay, what about April? And they're like, you can do April, but she can't have her yellow jumpsuit. And I was
Mhm.
like,
And how do you know she's
License.
April?
she's got like a yellow jacket in the
Yeah.
comics. She looks different in the comics. She's got jeans and a yellow jacket. So I was like, damn, okay. What about Splinter? They're like, yeah, you can do Splinter. And I was like, well, what about Casey? If I can nail Casey, then I can do
Ooh,
literally the whole grouping.
Mhm.
And they said, we can do Casey, but we can't do Hockey Stick, and we can't do his mask.
Well, how
And
do you
I
know it's
was
him
like,
then?
right. I was like, how the hell are I going to draw Casey Jones without a mask? It's just going to be a normal dude with, like hair, long hair. Like, how
hockey
is he
pads and a
drawn?
Jose Canseco bat. That's how
Yeah,
you do it.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's anybody that's in this chat. If there's anybody even in here that wants to be in comics, also don't do this. Oh, it worked for me in music and it's worked for me in comics, but do not copy what I'm doing because it's not going to work. I promise.
He got lucky.
So what I did for these 4 concepts, I thought, dude, they're going to let me draw Casey, but they're not going to let me draw the mask. That's stupid. But I guarantee you, if they've seen what I see in my head, they're going to be like, oh, dude, this is like the greatest. That's the best cover that we have. Like, we have to roll with that. So what I did is I drew 4 concepts. I drew 3 that were okay. And I drew 1 that was really good. But I put Casey in his mask, knowing
Just
that
to
they
do
were
it.
going to say no to it. And but I drew the other 3 just kind of okay, because that would lead their eyes to this one image. And guess which image they went with? The one with Casey in the mask. So we're gonna have Casey in his mask.
That's
Nice.
awesome, dude. That's great. You know,
It's just taking that. Go ahead, Tyler.
Go ahead, Matt.
That's just taking that gamble of just putting it in front of him and said, look what it looks like when you actually do it right, and
Exactly.
hope it pays off.
Yes. And and that goes with Power Rangers more so, I think, than Turtles, because the licensors, like, I don't want to say they don't care, but I feel like Hasbro just, I don't know if there's anybody actually over Power Rangers, if that makes sense. I think there's like 5 different guys that is the head of the licensing department, and
Mhm.
one guy says yes, one guy says no, and it's just like this back and forth. Because one guy will approve this, and then you finish the cover colors, and it's ready to go to print, and then somebody else is like, "Oh no, this is all wrong." So Hasbro, and maybe it's the same for IDW as well, and Image or any of these guys. Maybe there's just multiple people doing the licensing. So if you really nail something really good that they like, the one person likes, they're going to approve it. But then somebody else down the road might say no, and I'm actually waiting to hear back right now if they say no on the colors. So
I think you hit on something that's important in the especially like comic art community is, really the effort that you go to sort of sell yourself and, sort of market and brand yourself. I can tell just in the time we've been here within our live stream, you really put a lot of time and effort into that. I don't know if you have any
yeah.
particular comment on just like how important that is to you in sort of finding this luck and feeling a sense of success. So, because
For
obviously at
me,
18, you're already playing music, man. You've got some
yeah,
drive. So,
yeah. No, I mean that's one thing that I've always had is drive. But I have drive not to get a normal job. I
yeah,
wanna be able to live this life doing what I want to do.
yeah.
And some days it doesn't work out. Some months I struggle by, but then other months I do great. So it's just like if you really want to do it, you're gonna find a way. I feel like the universe finds a way to just let you do it. Maybe the universe is just like, bro, go work at Taco Bell, go work here, go work there. And I just keep saying no. So then the universe is like, dude, this guy's gonna be homeless, so we have to find a path for him. So I feel like that's kind of my luck. And that's why I keep saying, like, don't do what I did in comics, don't do what I did in music, because it doesn't. I've heard horror stories of people saying I did the same thing and it did not work for me.
Mhm,
So I don't know. I don't know what the star above me that's dragging me into all of this or opening these doors. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I think it's drive. To me, it's drive because that's what's driving me to go do this. So maybe I have more drive than the next person that was doing the same thing. I don't know.
Certainly, if you'll send that many emails and communication, there's a
Yeah.
sense of being
Yes.
unrelentless and not letting up. But, I have a sales background, and I mean that's it's in a marketing background, and that's one of the number one things, right? So
Yeah.
you just can't let your foot off the gas, especially if you're determined and you really truly believe in what you're doing. So,
Correct.
you can be successful in really multiple areas of your life, like you were with music and artistry, and I think that's a testament to you and your marketing,
Well, thank you.
yourself, believing in yourself. So, and that's cool, man. I think it's one other thing I had a question on, Matt. And I don't mean to like run off, but just
Oh, go
like
ahead.
especially when you deal with like comic book arts, like what's your take? I mean, obviously everything over the last several years has moved digital
Yes.
versus like pencil and ink and traditional artwork.
Right.
Where do you stand on that?
So I'm kind of hybrid, and I like now we're gonna have AI, so that's an issue. Um, but before that, we've had Photoshop for years and things like that. Um, I like I draw better with just pencil and pen.
Mhm, mhm,
But when I have to submit like 4 different ideas to IDW, and then I know that they're going to come back and say, "Well, take the mask off of Casey, or do this, or change that shell, or do this or that." Um, it's easier to draw on like a Wacom or an iPad. Just draw into Photoshop,
Mhm.
so then you can easily go back and edit those, and then transfer that and do the inks on real paper. So that's the way I work. Unless it's something I just know 100%, like the concept's already approved, and then I can sketch it up and go. Um, but I personally I love digital just because of the convenience of that. If I'm on a plane flying to another country to do a show, it's much easier to just I can continue to work because I have an iPad.
yeah,
So
Mhm.
makes sense.
I I I've embraced both both worlds. Um, but I know a lot of people are like, I mean, everybody's against AI, so that's going to be your problem with digital moving forward. But a lot of people are like, "Oh no, you still got to do it by hand and stuff like that," and I respect that. I 100% respect that, but I don't necessarily have the time because art's not the only thing I do.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
still do music. So
Hence the
my
giant
times are
board
very
behind you.
restricted.
And you touched on that, and you just had posted something like a day or two ago about an upcoming project, Spade. It looks like Johnny and Bosch involved.
Oh yeah,
Spade.
it's me, Bosch, Jason Narvy's in it. Yeah, I mixed it, and it's already started winning awards and stuff. So it's really cool.
Can you tell us anything about it, or is it still?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think is Johnny on Bosch in here? I don't know.
I wish he
I
was.
could-
I mean,
I
come
think I
I
can
think he
talk
knows who
about
I
it.
am.
I got some questions for him.
No, so with this story, so do you guys know that Johnny on Bosch does music as well?
Yes, I mean I don't listen.
Okay.
I'm not listening, but I know he did music.
Okay, so he's been in a
does
few
music.
bands. So in a few years back is the first time I met him, and he came over, like it was like a late start on a Friday, and he came over to my booth, and I watched like this guy walk up out of the corner of my eye, and I was already like banging out commissions, and I looked up and it was Johnny on Bosch. And he's like, dude, that 30th anniversary cover you did, I love it. It's like one of my favorite Power Ranger covers, a tribute to Jason David Frank. And I was like, oh, thanks so much. You know, if you ever want to do an exclusive or anything like that, or, I mean, just, I think he was the first Power Ranger that I met in person, actually.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, I gave him my card, is what it was. And I don't put my like phone number on my card, obviously,
Right.
nobody does.
Okay.
So I gave him the card, and he was like, dude, there's a guy in music that's got the same name as you, that I love this guy. And I was like, really? What's he do? And sure enough, it's me. He's like, no, listen to all the stuff that you've done. So that's
Like,
cool.
really?
So we kind of like hit it off. And the next day I came into the show. He's like, dude, your phone number's not on the card. I need your number. I was like, oh shit, if Johnny Bosch wants my number, here you go. So I gave him my
Oh,
number.
yeah. Here's the
And
card right here.
he had texted me before. There you go. Yeah. He texted me before I even sit back down at my table, and we started talking about music. And he was like, I'm doing all these films, but my time, like he's doing. If anybody in here that doesn't know Johnny Bosch, this guy is like massive anime voiceover guy.
Yeah.
Like his career credentials are insane. But he's got all these little pet projects that he does that he's very passionate about, but it's just finding the time to do it. So this has been like a couple of years, and they've been working on it for even more than that. But he reached out to me a year ago and said, hey, can you, I've got this band. Do you want to play drums with me? And I was like, dude, I'd love to be in your band and mix the project and stuff. So we agreed to do that. And then some of those songs, like his time got taken up because he did Devil May Cry. That's what it was. Devil May Cry was coming out and just like blew him up again. So all of his time got wiped. And he hit me up a few months back and said, hey, I've got this Spade movie, and we took some of that music that we were going to do and we put into the movie as well. Can you mix the music for the movie? And I was like, yeah, dude, I would love to, because I would love to get into post work, doing post production, but I've done a few pilots for like cartoons and stuff like that, but you always sign like you can't talk about it agreement.
NDAs.
Non-disclosure. Yeah.
Yes, you sign all of that stuff, and I never get to talk about it, and then the pilots never get picked up, so it's just like it fizzles out and nothing ever happens. So I was excited to do this, and he sent me the movie, and the movie's really good. It's him and it's Jason Narvy, and there's a few other bigger people in it, but it's just a damn good movie, dude. It's solid. I like people that do movies, and he's on the same page, and I think Narvy is too. We can all agree that like the run of the mill movies have been done over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just time for like a new story. So they're bringing like a new twist to a certain story, which I thought was really, really cool. And I won't say anything about the story or spoil that, just in case I'm not supposed to talk about this. But it's
There's only
it's
4
really
people
good.
watching. It's okay.
No, it's really good though, dude. It's
So you can't tell us the plot or anything, or
yeah.
Gonna
I
get
don't
in
want to give it
trouble.
away. Yeah, because I don't know if they haven't
I don't
actually
get you
put
in trouble,
off,
Johnny.
they haven't put off the actual trailer yet.
I got you.
So right now they're trying to find a place. I think I don't know if it's Netflix. I'm not sure who they're looking at, but they're trying to find like their streaming place, and it just went to the movie festivals, and we won one yesterday.
That's
Oh, wow.
sick. That's fun.
So we'll have We should have a lot more coming up. But dude, it's a solid movie. When I was watching it, I was like, holy shit, dude, this is better than 90% of the stuff that gets released right now. 100%.
That's how
Like,
a lot of
it's
the
solid.
best stuff is made, to be honest with you. It's like by groups of
Well,
people.
Johnny and Jason, if you guys are watching, I'll be glad to be your exclusive guy to release this information if you want to.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real.
No, but that's
That's
awesome,
cool.
man. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
in the
exciting.
Power Ranger connection that circles back to, you know, your two loves of music and
It does, dude. That's so the reason this got delayed. This interview. When did I see you? What month was that?
was it October? Maybe.
Probably, yeah.
When I think Brickonomcon was October.
It was the break. Yeah, that was in October. So I had Ranger Stop after that, but we had just had a release of one comic. I just signed that deal with Boom. So now I've got worldwide releases with Boom, and I was on VR Troopers and the Power Rangers this month. One came out last week, the other one came out the week before.
I think, yeah, and you had showed it to me before it actually got released. It had just got approved, which was kind of cool.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. So both of those are out now. So I just signed that deal, and then after I met you at that show, I got hit up by a record label, and they said, "Hey, you know, would you write some songs for this artist?" And blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then that led to basically getting a whole nother record deal. So I just signed a record deal, and that's where I'm at now. So I got a comic deal and a record deal. So my time is really busy.
So in what sense are you doing the music? Are you actually just playing?
So this deal is different. Usually every record deal I've signed in the past has been me as a musician. This one I am still signed as an artist, but they're wanting me more for the writing and the production. So I don't actually have a like a songwriting contract. It's not that. It's not a publishing deal. It's just more of they sign me as an artist, and they're going to use me as like a featured placement artist. And so my A&R guy does sync rights for TV shows in South America. South America is still really big with rock and metal and all like my wheelhouse music that I can do. So they're signing me basically as an artist to write for shows there.
Oh wow!
And then I'll write for pop bands and stuff here. So I just wrote 10 songs for Post Malone.
Oh wow!
So yeah.
So you're a music writer as well. I mean,
yeah. I do it all. Yeah. As
far
as music,
you're just so stupidly talented. I'm kind of pissed at you for it. I'm kidding.
But to me, music's just it's all one thing. So like usually if you're going to get a record deal, you're going to be able to write and stuff like that. So I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand.
It's like being in a band and wanting to learn how to play all the instruments in the band.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So that was always me. Yeah. And the thing is, like when you become like a producer, you kind of need to know at least how to play a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a film junkie through college, did a bunch of film festivals at our university, and we did quite well with it and did some PA work around Nashville, you know, music videos. It was pretty easy to get a PA jobs and, you know, do side project jobs and things like that. But I was one of those guys that ended up going, you know, the 9 to 5, I need health insurance, you know, like, you know, that type of route. So, you know, been trying to re-explore the creativity path and awaken some of that, but you know, I'm kind of like you, and you know, since that I always doodled and I was a decent drawer, but I never really sat down and took the time. I would get bored, you know, really quick, and you know, and my son, man, he's 16, he's an incredible artist, and he just doesn't. You know, man, I'll have to show you some stuff sometime that he's drawn ever since he was young. He's got books full of stuff that he's drawn.
Never knew that about him.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because I guess what really made me think of that is just like wanting to encourage him to spend more time drawing and kind of you know, leaning into that a little bit more. Because I mean, did you ever feel like you lost it at any point? Like, or did you like completely lose interest in it at any point while you were all in music? Or were you still a doodler maybe that would just from time to time?
I think I would, yeah. You know, like when you would check into the hotel rooms and they'd have the little notepad of the
Yeah.
hotel
Yeah.
and a pen or whatever to just scribble down. I would usually kind of doodle in the hotel rooms, but nothing. I mean, it was
Do you like
just
leave cool pictures for the housekeeping staff and people when they would come in?
well, I left them there, but those people just probably threw them out because they're usually terrible. But I mean, it was just I didn't think anything about it. Like I didn't think, oh, this is going to be worth money or anything like that. It was just more of me just passing the time. When you're
Sure.
so
Yeah, of course.
when you're a musician and you're on tour, everybody thinks that's awesome, and it really is cool because you get to play the big shows. But that's 2 hours of your day. The rest of the 22 hours is literally like on a bus or in a hotel room or at a radio station. It's pretty grueling lifestyle. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of downtime, but there's like not enough downtime to sleep, if that makes sense. So you're sleeping like 2 hours here, 2 hours
Sure.
here. I got like 10 minutes in between. So then that's when I would like draw like, like an Iron Man head or something like that, just on like just a quick little doodle,
It's cool, man.
just to pass
All right.
time.
All right, before we move on to the next thing, great conversation. Our time's kind of blowing through. I did say on Instagram a giveaway. If you're not on the YouTube following, you have to be on YouTube for our little giveaway tool to work. And in the chat, let me know. I got a signed Kerrigan Mahan card, Godar. He signed that for me at last year's Ranger Stop. Just signed and gave it to me. So. Or we can have an Austin St. John signed card. This is one of his exclusive cards that he made for his comic book Red Dead Redemption that he gave away as part of a backing thing that I got. So you guys let me know which one you want of those, and then we'll go from there as far as the giveaway. And we got Daniel Bulkfilter saying the Spade is officially trailer is out.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if that's
yeah.
legit or not. Send us the link to that, Daniel,
Yeah.
either on Instagram, me or Tyler one, and maybe we can look at it real quick. And you had a greetings from Peru. I guess is one of your guys. Andy Paz said greetings from Peru. So
Awesome. Thank you guys.
thank you for tuning in. One of your Peru friends are here. All right, so we got to vote for Goldar. But okay, I just want to kind of the conversation is kind of moving on. I had to kind of just interrupt it for a second because I did promise a giveaway. So, but yeah, just what was your next thought to that, Tyler?
I was just curious. One, are you a collector of anything? Like, do you?
I am.
Yeah, like see all my nerd stuff behind me.
And if so, what are you collecting? What's in Sketch Ellis's man cave?
Well, actually, let me turn the camera here.
Okay, send it on Narvi's site. So send us we can't do that right now, Daniel, but if you can send us the link, that'd be great.
Oh, look at this. Is that Draken back there?
It is, yeah. And Ranger Slayer too.
Is that the 3-0?
No, these are customs. These were oh shit, what is the name of the company? My Hero Statues, something like My Hero, something, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Was that private company?
It is, yes.
Yep. Okay, I think I've seen them before.
Yeah.
They do like limited runs.
They do. Yep. So the Draken's like 64, Ranger Slayers, I think 34. Oh wow. Very, very, very small runs, yeah. But I started out collecting figures like everybody. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of moved into like the SH figures, like the more high end stuff, Mezco, and I still collect Mezco a lot. I collected Hot Toys. I still have
Turtles
some
coming
toys. Out. Yes,
the new Mezco turtles. Yeah.
Those are cool. Have you seen the Mondo turtles?
Mondo turtles are cool too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I love anything turtles, man. So yeah.
I collect just a lot of everything, dude. I love Legos. I love it's mostly stuff I like. Now like I had like such a large collection. I've been selling a bunch of it off. At one point in time I had like 20 or 36 quarter cell statues. So I don't know if anybody's had a quarter cell statue, but that tells you how much room. Like if you've ever had one, you know how much room they take up. So and you don't throw away the boxes. So I just had like storage in the boxes, Boxes. And finally, it was just like, screw this. I'm just going to start collecting the things at this point that I've worked on, like characters that I've worked on.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So I've kind of downsized a lot of my collection to that. And I still like Legos. So I collect like the modular, like the city Legos that come out every year. Yeah. But I got like some busts and some statues and stuff like that left. I still have some Hot Toys. I got Star Wars, New Hope Hot Toys. I've got a bunch of the Mescos. I like the Mescos because they're still like 1/12. It's basically like a miniaturized Hot Toys.
Yeah.
So you can collect a lot more of those.
Yeah.
So I still have a bunch of those. But yeah, I just collect like a hodgepodge of stuff. Trying to think of. I mean, I just got like little stuff even behind me. I don't know if you guys can see all that.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Got to keep them close by, man. That's they're surrounding me as well. So
yeah, exactly. So my whole studio is just like filled up with collections.
what?
It's a great studio then.
Yeah,
and I did get that link, and this is Spade's official trailers. That's 2 years ago though, so I don't know how legit that is.
Oh, it's not the one I mixed. I just mixed the final version, so that just happened to back on. But if that's the trailer, then yeah. But I mean, you can play it. I'm sure it's part of the movie.
Yeah,
it's a cool concept.
Well, we'll leave it mute because I'm not sure about restrictions. So we'll kind of show it here.
Yeah.
Which I'm not monetized anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. Maybe you can kind of verify if this is some of the stuff you're seeing on your version.
Yeah, that's it. That is definitely the movie.
Yeah, because I've seen a little snippet of a Jason Narvey. And anybody that's on the chat watching, I'm keeping it muted just because I don't know restrictions. I mean, I don't want to get Sketch in trouble. So, of course, this is 2 years old, posted. So, anything he's done has not been done. So, it wasn't done well until now.
Film takes a long time to get distributed and get finalized. And
it does.
You know, it's like a lot of people give, you know, Aaron and this whole Bat in the Sun thing crap, you know, about how long it's taken to get, you know, Legend of the White Dragon out, but it's like anybody that's spent any time in on film, it's there's a lot. There's a lot, man. And you know, I would imagine in their kind of situation where, you know, there was additional production and stuff that they wanted to do to tell the story, and now they're in the sort of the distribution phase of it.
Right.
You know, you kind of like Sketch mentioned earlier about just sort of all the hoops and jumps and approvals and things that you have in terms of just simply drawing a character for a comic book. To get something published and distributed is immense. So it's
100%.
Can't wait to see that movie, by the way. I'm really excited.
A lot of it too is like Johnny's time. I mean, Devil May Cry blew up. Like all of the stuff that he's doing is just like
busy. Yeah, he's very busy.
Yeah, he's very, very busy. So all of this is done as like this is like his pet project. You know, this is his fun. Him and Jason Narvey went at this together and just wanted to do something really, really good. And take our time until it's the best it could possibly be, and it got the best it could possibly be. And it's a really cool concept. It's definitely a different movie.
I can't wait to see it.
It's pretty great.
Yeah,
especially seeing Jason Narvey as, you know, not Skull. You know, seeing him, and it looks like kind of a serious.
Hey,
role.
that guy can act, man. Like,
he can. Dude, I was crazy
he's a teacher
surprised.
Yeah, he can act.
He is. Yeah. So I actually texted him right afterwards. I was like, dude, holy shit. Like, I've only seen him in comedy roles.
Yeah.
And this is like a serious action. Like, he's a detective. And damn good at it too. And I was blown away. It's not not saying that I didn't expect him to do that, but I've just never seen him in that role. So I was really blown away.
Yeah, you can tell he's a theater guy or has theater experience and stuff as well.
Definitely.
Yeah,
he's a great guy.
And it's kind of like when Jim Carrey did, you know, his serious roles. You know, he nailed it. You know,
exactly.
You know, number 23. I know there's more escaping my mind, but it's like, wow, those are really
Eternal
good.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I was obsessed with that movie for a long time. Yeah,
I still don't understand that movie. I'm joking.
You gotta watch it a few times. Yeah, it takes a little bit.
We ain't talking about no Grinch ball culture. Hush. He's Daniel Ball Culture. He's one of our longtime followers. Let's see. So I want to do just kind of rapid fire questions for you real quick, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Analog or digital?
For art or music?
Both.
Analog.
One for music and then art.
Okay. Analog for both, actually.
Okay, fair enough. Marvel or DC?
Oh, that's tough because I like the Marvel good guys, the DC bad guys. So if I had to choose, my favorite is
fair.
actually the Batman's Rogue Gallery. So I'll go with DC.
That's fair. Best touring city for food that you've been to?
Ooh. That's a loaded question. I've been all over the world. I'll tell you what, though, I went to Peru twice this year, and I gotta say, Lima, Peru is up there, dude. Their food is so clean. Their food is ridiculously clean compared to the United States, and that's probably my favorite. That's my favorite being outside of the United States. That's my favorite place I've been as far as food goes. Inside the United States, I really like Kansas City barbecue. I love dude, Nashville's got great places.
Oh yeah.
You guys got great places in Nashville. My favorite though is probably Kansas City. There's a barbecue place right down the road from that convention center. Fantastic. So good.
Okay.
I'm a barbecue guy, so
Me too, man.
Well, if you ever come up, I'll have Tyler fix some barbecue. You make some good stuff.
yeah.
Spent a lot of time in Austin for work, and so I got the old Texas barbecue itch, and I went on like I found myself in Austin like a week out of the month every month for quite some time, and COVID stopped all that. And every time I would go out, I'd rent a car for the week, and I just would start driving to every, starting with the most famous and working my way down of Texas barbecue places. And when COVID hit, I couldn't travel anymore. And, there's, different types of wood and different process and stuff for how they do barbecue, their seasonings, et cetera, et cetera. And so I studied for years and wasted hundreds and if not thousands of dollars on brisket to try to figure it out until I finally learned it. I finally got it down. And, it's something that I'm kind of known for, is being able to do the more Texas style. Like I only cook on oak. It's like, I love barbecue, brother. And like, we should just have a barbecue show, talk barbecue. So
I'd be tuning in for that. I love that.
Yeah, dude.
Nashville's got some great barbecue.
Yeah, it's getting better. Yeah.
If you're ever up here, let us know. I'll make Tyler do it.
Well, I'll tell you, in the same question though, like where my favorite cities to eat, my least favorite cities to eat is literally anywhere on the West Coast. Sorry to anybody that lives out there, but your food is shit. It's
so no In-N-Out burger.
Well, I'm from the South, so I went out, like when I got my record deal, I went out there and I sit down. I found a barbecue place, and I sit down. I ordered a pulled pork sandwich.
That sounds stupid.
No, it was a pulled pork sandwich with like
vegan barbecue,
like cheddar cheese on it or something. It just didn't go together. It was the weirdest thing. And then I ordered sweet tea, and they gave me like some fruit tea, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" So West Coast don't do it for me.
Yeah, I have to say, Seattle's
north and don't ask for iced tea; they give you hot tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was in Seattle recently, and first time to Seattle, and had some work colleagues and folks who were up there. Kind of took us around to several places. I have to say, the food in Seattle was great. Like,
was it? Okay.
Seattle's food was phenomenal.
I got you.
So yeah, that might be the one saving place out of the West Coast, is Seattle's got great food. So if you're from Seattle and watching this,
Vegas had great food when I lived in Vegas, but Vegas is like a hodgepodge of everything.
Yeah, it is.
So I can't like, I don't even like consider Vegas a real place.
No,
it's just a hodgepodge. No. It's not. Yeah. So
gotcha. Legally, it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Got a couple more on those rapid fires. Just see, sketching in total silence or blasting metal.
Wait, say that one again.
Sketching in total silence, or are you blasting music, metal music, rock music?
I'm blasting music.
Blasting music. Fair. And last one here. Favorite Power Ranger color to draw? Or maybe favorite Power Ranger to draw? Maybe.
My favorite Power Ranger to draw? Dracon.
Dracon?
Yep. Dracon.
Right. Well, he's definitely a favorite of mine. Got him real close here.
So one just off the wall question here. Who's more difficult to work with? A lead singer in a platinum selling band, or a comic book editor on a deadline?
Oh God.
That's actually a great question.
Did
Those are
did
my
you
notes.
ask
I
that,
gotta
or
at
did
least ask
somebody
that.
ask that?
AI.
That's one of mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Shut up, Tyler. Just because I use AI to help me, don't mean it
You're
wasn't
gonna
mine.
you're gonna make me sound like a dick because now
I'll show
somebody's
you my
gonna.
cards, bro. Like AI for questions all
Ugh.
day.
I'm gonna answer this question. I'm about to get a text, but I gotta go with probably a lead singer in the band, and I will say why. It's because you have to live with those people. With an editor, I don't actually have to live in a bus with them. With a lead singer, you do.
Right. So you're getting
So
that
that
full
makes it a
time.
lot harder. Yeah.
Well, you
Sure.
didn't name no name, so it's okay. You know.
Yeah. No, but cue the text message. It's gonna come.
All right. All right. Well, Sketch, I mean, we could sit here and talk to you for hours. You're just a great guy to talk to. And
Thank you,
you're
man.
very down to earth and just you know, just finding out more about your past and like all things you've done. You're still a young man. It's just astounding. But I
Not
did
that young,
promise to
man.
give
37 now. I'm getting up there.
dude, I'll be 40 next year. How am I? God, I feel worthless now.
Already 40, guys. My gosh, come on. It's not that bad.
Well, I stand by my statement of calling you a young man since you are technically younger than me. But I did promise a giveaway, so let's anyone in the chat do hashtag sketch. And I'll put it here. We'll just give a couple of moments to do that. Tyler, if you got any kind of final thoughts or anything you want to say, just while we're getting some people. We only have a few here, so
If I brought an
hashtag
international fan base, buddy, that sucks.
that is probably one of yours.
That shit
No,
was gonna suck.
So I had one question, and that would
Yeah.
just be if you could draw, any character,
Okay.
as far back as Action Comics, right? Who's kind of your dream character, and especially if you could sort of like be the guy who sort of is seen as like is Kevin Eastman to the Turtles almost, right? So, would you make up your own, or would you redo a character that already exists?
So when I was a kid, I created characters, and that was pretty cool. I'd like to do something with them, but my dream project is Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I would love to do a
Which-
Spider-Man book.
Which I have my poster I got from you right here. I still need to get a frame for.
The Spider-Man?
This
Scoot over
is-
just a little more. There you go.
Yeah.
Back it up. a
Oh,
little bit.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
That's my dream project is to do a Spider-Man book. I'd love to do that.
That's
Hey, why
it.
am I? Remind me, what size is this? 'Cause I need still need a frame for it.
It's 11 by 17.
11 by 17. Okay, I couldn't remember was that or 12 by 20. And I got this one from you from first coming off from my daughter. I mean, you just see the
Stitch. Yeah.
Stitch.
I noticed the Nightmare Before Christmas, the Jack Skeleton and Sally that you drew.
Yeah,
as well.
we've been showing your Sketch Ellis on all social platforms and your email and your website along the whole stream. So definitely check those out. You can actually order some stuff from his website, like the Halloween comic that he did the cover for, and some other things. You can definitely order from the website there, or reach out to him on Instagram and or send him a message through his website to definitely get your hook up there from him. And let's see how we're looking on the giveaway. Let me show that just for transparency. Giveaway tool.
Hashtag sketch, everybody.
Yeah, hashtag sketch. If you're watching on Instagram, it's not going to count. You have to be on YouTube, unfortunately, guys. And it's only US only. I'm not monetized. I'm not sending stuff international for free stuff right now. So
And we're gonna do the signed
yeah,
that
that's
what-
the only vote we had was signed Goldar. So we'll definitely do the signed Goldar, which was voice artist Kerrigan Mahan, which met him at last year's Ranger Stop.
nice
And
dude.
he signed and gave that for me. So I've got it in a card protector, so it's protected. But yeah, let's go ahead and see how many we got here. We've got 4 entries. Well, we only got 6 people watching. Nick just joined in. Nick, you have to do, I think you got it. Okay, so it looks to be about right. So let's go ahead and draw. see how did I get involved in? Mine don't count. Well, mine don't count.
Fake.
Well, it's where I put it in there just to show it. So we're drawing again.
Yeah, I thought about that whenever I was putting in a reminder just for folks.
Nick Channel.
Hey, congrats.
Nick. So
Awesome.
Nick, you have won the Kerrigan Mahan signed Goldar card. This was from the cards that they did in the early 90s. So send me your info on Instagram and I'll get that mailed out to you. All right, so that here. All right, so thanks again for watching, guys. Sketch, thank you so much for your time. I don't want to keep you too late. I know it's already 10 o'clock your time, so
I know I'll be up all night. I got a song to mix tonight, so I'll be up until in the morning, guys.
Well, we'll let you get back to work then.
Starting. Yeah.
But thank you once again for coming on. We hope
thank you guys.
see you at a con again here soon. You know, I'm trying to get you up here to Nashville cons. We got like 4 or 5 coming next year, so
yeah, I see
GalaxyCon's coming.
GalaxyCon just announced.
Yes.
So I mean, you got friends there.
Exactly.
Maybe they can hook you up there. So
I don't. That was my first show that I ever did, but I never got invited back. So if they're out there, invite me back. Yeah,
we got Nashville Celebrity Comic Con. I know those guys are coming up soon. I think Sam's going to be at that one. Sam Payne.
If you guys know the showrunners, let them tell them about me for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Because I don't have those It's weird that I'm from the South, but I don't have the connections in the South. It's the weirdest thing.
Some of these shows are newer too, like Nashville Celebrity Con.
It's only their second year
in Houston. This is its second year. I mean, we really only had the Nashville Comic Con for a long time, and and it's not even that old. I think they're only like the fourth year.
4 or 5 years.
Okay. So, sorry. Yes, I'm bald. So, but
my agent was trying to get me out to Smoky Mountain Fan Fest, but I think
that's a big one.
That is a big one.
That's a big one. Johnny does that one often.
He does. So he used to play music there. So me and him had talked about maybe doing a band thing, like 1 year going and playing there and playing a show.
Dude,
well, if you guys ever do, we can come down and take you guys over to Dollywood or something, or
that'd be a blast. Yeah, that'd be a blast.
Give you some media coverage, if anything. I mean, it's like, I vlog and Matt obviously does videos and different content as well. I do more vlogging than anything, but so it's like I'm always down for jumping in, and that's kind of the mission that I do through the year is honestly vlogging the cons, conventions. Just did a Bricks and Minifigs grand opening here in town, and posted up a video on that.
Store.
So it's like anything it's geeky, nerdy, I've got the camera out and try to capture it. So
I think also, how close are you guys? You guys are not close to Knoxville, right?
About 2.5 hours, maybe. I'm a little closer than
it takes me about 2 hours 10 minutes to get to Knoxville. So you're closer than that, Matt.
I think I'm doing what is the shop there? Oh my god, I hope they're not watching.
Nirvana.
Nirvana. I think I'm doing a signing at their shop towards the end of January.
Kat Sutherland was out there this year.
Yeah,
he did a signing.
Nakia was there too.
And Nakia.
Yep.
Yeah, we met up with both of them here at a place in Watertown, a toy shop here. They came in and it was cool. Got to hang out with them. They're always great. So
they're fantastic. I always get my birthday and my Christmas messages from them. Both of them are very amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, let me take some photography for them and handed it off to them after the fact. I always feel weird like taking pictures of folks like that in their elements, but anyway, I did some photography for them and sent it to them, and they both thanked me for it and loved the photos, and so I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're both very, very sweet. A side note with them though too, the shirts that they sell at their table, the Zeo and the Turbo, that's my art.
No way.
I thought so.
Yeah,
I have both of those.
Yeah.
Oh, do you really have them? Yeah.
I didn't wear them, but they're in my drawer. Yeah, I bought both.
Yeah, most of the Power Ranger fans, I don't think have connected that at all either, because I haven't signed any of the shirts yet.
It looked like your style, if I'm being honest. It looked like your style, but I just never would say, hey, this is his.
Yeah.
There you go, Matt. Get your shirt signed by Sketch.
Yeah, I'll go sign it for you now. Yeah, no, they're so that's I think it's just those two if I can remember. And then like I've done Austin St. John, his comic book, I've done issue 2. I did the cover for that, but it's not out yet.
What, issue 2? He's already released issue 2. Are you talking about issue 3?
Maybe it's issue 3. It might be issue 3 then.
Okay,
Alan
yeah,
Quad
issue,
did a cover and then I did the cover after him.
yeah, I know
So I
there
don't
was
know
like
which-
3 or 4 different variants of covers they made.
Okay, yeah.
Just
I know
issue 3
mine's
has-
not out.
He's like,
Yeah, it's
he's
gotta
like,
be
I
issue
just
3.
saw.
Okay.
Because I was bugging him about it during Bricknomicon because he was there, and I was
Yeah.
asking about issue 3, and he said it's coming. So we'll keep waiting.
Nice. Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
a cool
man.
book too.
Right. Well, Sketch, or anything else we can kind of just shout out that your projects or anything, promote you, kind of put you just kind of
I mean, I
center
have
stage
like I'm doing my first Ninja Turtles will be out in March for MegaCon. It'll be a MegaCon exclusive, so that'd be Orlando. Other than that, man, I'm really busy doing music right now. I mean, you can watch the Spades movie when that comes out. I don't know anything about post, so I have no information on that. That'll be more of a Johnny question. Because I don't know how distribution works there. But yeah, other than that, dude, I'm just kind of doing my thing in the studio. So I'm really bad at like saying, "Hey, this is what I have going on."
right.
But
Well, I mean, you've got so much going on, you don't know where to
I know.
start.
But it's funny because next time we get together and we do this, you're gonna be like, "Oh, what have you done?" And I'm just gonna list off like 100 things.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot. I have a lot of stuff actually happening that I can't talk about too.
Right.
So there is a lot of things that I've signed contracts that I can't really say anything just yet. That are pretty special. But I do have the deal with Boom, so I'm on the releases coming up. But then the Power Ranger Prime is ending.
Yeah.
If you guys knew that.
But
So
aren't you doing
like,
VR Trooper still, or no?
yeah, but that ended on issue 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so now
I'm
like,
so far
okay.
behind the comics. I don't know where I'm at.
Have you read any of the Prime? The Prime's cool. It's a cool story.
I have
I'm into
them.
cool
I have them on. I hadn't read the first one.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. It's a really cool. It's a different take.
Yeah, I've seen like recaps. Legacy of the Nerd, who was on here earlier, he recapped like first 2 or 3 issues that came out, and then hadn't done it since. But that was really the only knowledge that I had of it. I just hadn't had time to do the comic, read them. I've got them, but I hadn't read them.
Right. Yeah, they're cool, dude. When you get a chance to read them, I think you'll probably enjoy the story.
Oh,
It's
for sure.
it's a different take, and it's cool because it's like their own characters. So I don't know exactly where Boom's gonna go from here. Just the whole like Penguin buying out Boom, like this has all been like a really big process. Like they let my editors go that have been there for forever, and Penguin replaced them with the Penguin editors on staff, and all of those editors are amazing. So I get along really well with them, but everything's just kind of it's still in a
Up in the
process
air.
of being like I can ask a question and I get like an actual solid answer 3 months later, so nobody really knows what's happening just yet because everything's just in the process of being combined right now.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Sketch. Well, anytime you want to come on, you're more than welcome. I consider you a friend, so
You guys as well.
we appreciate your love and support, and you always got ours for 100%. So
Absolutely.
even if you want to come on just to chat nonsense
Yeah.
Power Rangers or what nerd stuff, so I mean, you're welcome anytime. So
Dude, absolutely, yeah. We'll keep in contact for sure.
Oh, for sure. So we have one last question here. What do you charge for autos at cons? We got that from Daniel Barkalter. So in case you ever get up to Minnesota North.
I don't charge anything.
Right. I think you buy the comic or the print and you just sign it.
Yeah. And if you already have it, just bring it to me. Yeah. So I don't charge anything for the autos.
Nice.
So there you go. You got a multi-talented guy that'll give you a free autograph. So all right. Well, Sketch, we won't keep you. I know you got a ton of work to do, so maybe you'll get a little bit of sleep. So again, thank you so much for coming on. I know I keep saying
thanks
it,
for
but
having me.
I'm always grateful for anybody who comes on for free. So but yeah, definitely keep in contact with us. Anything we can do to show support, let me know, let Tyler know. And we'll get you out there as best we can.
Awesome, man. Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you too, buddy. You be safe out there.
See you guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes.
Bye, everybody.
So Tyler, you tripping out already?
Oh yeah, man. It's wind down time for
Oh
sure.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
All right.
it's been a long day, but luckily still on break. Still got a week, to finish some of the honey-do list and chores, and get try to get a little chill time in. I've started editing videos from our trip in June to Disney World, so it's like I think I'm hopefully gonna start getting all these backed up videos. It's funny because I have to like shoot an intro for all of them because these were filmed like 6 months ago.
Whoops.
And because got to give some context, right? It's like, hey, why is it the middle of the summer? And you're not obviously in Florida right now, and it's anyway. So, but trying to get all that stuff done and watch some movies. I got the Batman 4-pack, which is includes the original 4 Batman movies. Got it on Blu-ray. That was a cool gift from the wife, and so I plan on introducing little Trippin to all of the 4 original Batman movies. He's seen things from Batman Begins and on, but he's never seen the early Batman movies. So it's like,
Gotcha.
I got to do my fatherly duties and sit down and watch those movies. But
oh yeah, for sure. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. You kind of filled in the gap for me like you always do, especially when I'm trying to manage the stream here and do other things. So, just shout out to some people that came on. Of course, Jay Walkin, Real Sean, Real Life, AZ hopped on for a second. Legacy showed up for us, some sports. So, for those I didn't shout out, we appreciate him when it comes on. Nick, you won that giveaway. You follow me on Instagram, hit me up with your info, and I'll get that stuff sent out to you ASAP for that free card. And guys, we again want to thank Sketch for coming on. You see what he's all into, and I feel like we could have been a 3-hour stream just learning more about him. But Tyler, thanks for coming on. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the whatever any support you guys can give out for the stream. We appreciate it, and just always stay tuned because we never know when we're doing something else. So we want to thank you for staying on with us this late, and don't forget to unleash your geek, let your fandom shine, and have a good night. See if I can get this thing to work.